Yep. It's your boy, Boss Cowboy Sports. Bringing you
another one.
Ooh, wee. Ooh, man, I can't wait. Oh, we gotta talk. Alright. So it's a lot. And I think I'm saying some stuff. Y'all might have to talk me off the ledge. I'm gonna need y'all help today. I really am. Because, you know, we gonna be talking about this Dalvin Cook versus Ezekiel Elliott. We gonna definitely freestyle on that too. Because I'm pretty sure there's some different opinions on this, and that's fine. Everybody, let's keep in mind there's nothing wrong with that, okay? So I'm gonna say this right now, you know, especially because of Zeke and Dalvin, them two. I'm still going back and forth. I'm still hearing everything out. I'm listening to people as well as I'm going through it in my mind. But then we gotta talk about this Texas toast. Wee. And so you boy boss, and you already know, I'm in measure mode. Wee. I'm not in hype mode. I'm in measure mode. So I'm gonna try to already start breaking down these clues on what this Texas toast is talking about. It might not be what you think. So I'm gonna be right back, man. Y'all sit back. Trust me, it's gonna be worth it. Hang out with your boy, Boss Cowboy Sports. Let's get it. Texas toast. Texas coast. Makes Texas toast. Texas coast. Makes Texas toast. Let's go. Come on in the building, man. Have a seat in the house. Let's go. Let's go. Man. Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matter. Man. So, alright, so we gonna kind of start digging into this. Let me get everything set up real quick. Obviously, I need that whole 3 minutes when I'm setting up. Trust me, I need that whole 3 minutes. So I see y'all in the house. Let me say what's up first. Raheem Scott on Facebook holding it down. Life's crazy. Miss Lockhart. She said, hashtag bring back Zeke now. Demetrius Adams said, Boss Cowboy, Oak Cliff in the house. What's up, Oak Cliff? Yes, man. Oak Cliff, that's my hood forever. Put the roots in me. James Roof says Zeke. Craig, what's up, man? He holding down Facebook. And then my boy Life Crazy say Dalvin Cook. Michael Lockhart says Zeke. And then Vundale said, what's good, homie? So let's start it like this. Let's just have some fun first. Okay, let's do this. Before we start getting to this content, let's start. let's just start real quick. Who would you want? Okay. Who would you want? Cook or Ezekiel Elliott? I just want to see the chat. I want. Hey, and nobody wrong on this. I want to see what y'all say. And don't start fighting either. Don't start fighting. I don't want to see no fights. Who would y'all want on this team? Cook or Ezekiel Elliott? All right. All right. And see, because we going to talk about this. All right. But I think I'm going to start with this Texas toast. I'm going to start with this Texas toast, though, first, man. I got us to. Oh, but I'm saying though. But I'm just checking it out. So right now, oh, it's a war. It's a war. It's looking like it's 50-50. What is going on? I'm looking at the responses and oh. It is truly a civil war. Wait, this is crazy. All right, so we got Philip with the super chat. Give me 1 second to feed you in here, Philip. Let me feed your super chat up in here, so we should be ready to go now. All right, hold on real quick. So we got Philip with the super chat. We gonna talk about it though. We gonna talk about this. I'm gonna make my case on it, but I'm gonna also take some calls and see if y'all might be able to talk me out of it. Y'all might, and the OC might jump in here. Who knows? And you know, if he does, I think we got a slight difference of opinion on it. So I just want to go back and forth with him or somebody. But I'm saying, look like it's about split. So Philip said. He said, I prefer Zeke and Cook for almost the same amount we paying Tony Pollard. Then we can trade Pollard. He said, then we can trade Pollard for a left guard or a 3-tech. Quentin Williams is the big cat. I prefer to stack Mozzie. Yeah, that's a lot. You talked about a lot. So you said basically, and this is, you know what? This is creative. What you saying is creative. You saying basically, according to, and this is not even false what he's saying, according to the running back market, based on what they paying Tony Pollard, you probably could have got Cook and Zeke back. He right too. He right. According to the market, yeah, you probably could have got Cook, Dalvin Cook, and Zeke. He right. He right. According to the running back market. Yeah. So I'm not going to go to revisionist history on that, but he making a strong point. A strong point. Appreciate the super chat. So let me put that on the back burner. I'm going to put that Zeke versus Cook on the back burner. I want to start with this Texas coast. See, I kind of figured out what I do a little bit, all right? You know what I am? You know what I am? I think I figured out what I am. I'm the inspector. I'm an underwriter. I'm an underwriter. See, everybody hate underwriters and inspectors. They hate us. Because when you trying to close a deal, the only thing usually done is the inspector. They come in and they look around and they make sure everything is according to code. That's me. I'm explaining that too, because I don't think I'm seeing and hearing what some of y'all might be hearing and seeing. All right. So let me first start with this Texas coast stuff. And they being cute. Basically, the West Coast, they made it to Texas coast. And see, let me tell y'all something. You could tell it was people not from Texas that came up with that. I'm gonna be honest. Because if they really was doing Texas right with that name, they would have called it the Gulf Coast. The Gulf. So you got the West Coast, the southern beach is called the Gulf. They call it the Texas. It's the whole Gulf. So, anyway, I'm cool with the name, but let's break this down, man. Some of this All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's listen to my boy Dak. Here we go.
Without giving too much away, I think I understand the basic tenets of the West Coast offense, but how different is it than what you guys are running with Kellen Moore right now?
It's funny. This is the Texas coast. We've just renamed that the quarterback. So
she asks, how different are what y'all doing from what Kellen is doing? And he really didn't answer it. He just basically named it. He like, we call this, my boy say, know what I'm saying? I feel you, D-Shift. He said, we call it the Texas coast, but did you actually break down the difference? So we gonna have to try to go through this task, all right? But that was a good question out the gate, all right? So we know the question. Let's listen to Dak, and then your boy Boss will break it down.
OTA's mini camp. Talk a little bit about how much it feels good to be able to sharpen iron against iron like that.
yeah, I mean, he's a hell of a player. Obviously, I've played against him a few times. But then just obviously to get out here and
Let him finish.
these mini camps, these OTAs, he knows his looks. He knows what's expected. He knows how to read concepts. He's going to jump it when he feels like he's right, and that's. Yeah, it's great to have that, is just to be able to practice against that, against such elite corner. And on the other side, you got a guy like Diggs who's just is the same way. So, I mean, as you just said, it's iron sharpening iron, ready to get out to camp, and we can get competing for real.
Here we go. Here we go.
I think I understand the basic tenets of the West Coast offense, but how different is it than what you guys are running with Kellen Moore right now?
It's funny. This is the Texas coast. We've just renamed that the quarterback. So it's got definitely some West Coast principles, but has a little bit of what we've done in the past, and just obviously marrying them together with a lot of detail, and maybe, in a sense, a system that's not out there. So there you go.
How much freedom do you have within it? Like, are you?
So it's a lot of people. The Texas coast. Ooh, we got something new. You better pay attention. And I'm paying attention. I'm an inspector. Y'all. Trust me. And I'm going to say something. I think I've earned the right to be the person to warn. Listen, can I say this? Have I earned the right to be the person that's good at warning? Have I earned that right? For real. Before I say what I'm getting ready to say, for the people that been here, have I earned the right to warn y'all? My boy D-Shift say, hell yeah. Yeah. And see, my boy D-Shift know that because D-Shift actually named me that. Like D-Shift told me, he said, I've learned to pay attention when boss is warning. And my boy Craig said no. So if I've earned your right, that's fine. But to some people, I've earned their right. So I was warning about Terrence Steele. I was warning about Kellen Moore in detail. I'm going to show y'all some old videos that's going to shock y'all on how detailed I was of what was going to happen. So some of y'all ain't earned the right, and that's fine. Oh, and that's fine. I'm not even mad if you said I ain't earned that right. That mean I got more work to do. But to some people, I have earned the right to say, hey, man, look out for this. Look out for this. Okay? Because I'm not seeing Texas coast like some people seeing it. So Texas coast is new. It's a new offense. It's say boy, say man, y'all already know you boy boss.
Oh, you see this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
I'm an inspector. I come in, I underwrite. I go look. I'm the dude that's gonna look. Mm-hmm. You said it's the what? The what coast? All right, so let's talk about it. All right, so let's start breaking this down. Let's start talking about this. So, Brian Schottenheimer on running the Texas coast offense. A combination of West Coast offense and Dallas previous offense. What was Dallas previous offense? Can we just start with that? Before we get to, woo, Texas coast, Texas coast, Texas, woo, Texas coast, woo. Say, wait, hold on, wait. Because I think we know what the old offense was. A combination of the West Coast offense and Dallas previous offense. Life crazy, I think you said it. Because we go talk real. I ain't kissing no, I'ma always speak my mind. I'm with the shit.
Bringing real back. 50 speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
And yeah. See, I'm seeing. Y'all know what the old offense is. I see. Yeah, y'all know exactly what it is. No identity. Yep. No ID. Yep. Digit system. All of that is correct. The number system. Yep. Yep. The no identity state. Yep. That was our old offense. So before we get to, woo, Texas toast, Texas, woo, it's new, woo, it's a new system. I'm keeping my eye on this. I'ma just be honest with y'all. Y'all know I don't follow crowds. I don't just cheer, and I don't get crazy because it sound good.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy?
Gotta keep
Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
So, a combination of the West Coast offense and Dallas previous offense. I've said it and I do believe it. It wasn't broken, all right? And that's true. Yeah, it was parts of it was broken, but it was parts of it that wasn't broken. So the thing that I did want from Mike McCarthy was to keep the baby but throw out the bath water. Okay? Because if we looking at this soberly, in my opinion, the option routes itself was not bad. Option routes was bad when it was too aggressive and when you couldn't adapt. Okay? So if you going against a team that doesn't do a lot of movement and disguises, the option route system would burn you alive. Okay? So, but if you had a system with a bunch of looks, you could give it problems. If you were somebody that showed a lot of different new looks, it could confuse the weapons. It could even confuse Dak. You likely weren't going to confuse Dak, but you could confuse his weapons, cause mistakes, right? And then Coach Q said, according to Tolbert and McCarthy, it's Norv's system. Okay, I need to go check that out. I'm gonna research that this weekend because I'm really gonna start cracking this code. Because, you know, when you hear the previous offense, I'm not just ready to just celebrate like some people. I'm not just ready to, woo! I'm like, wait, what part of the old offense, right? Shouldn't that be what we be saying? Like, let's keep the baby, but what part of the old offense should be the question. What are you keeping? See, this is where you need them journalists who know how to ask the right questions. Like, all right, so you saying it's the West Coast with the previous offense. What part? Which part? Right? See, because this is why that's important. Let's not forget, y'all know I've already done the show on this. Dak Prescott was an advocate for option routes. He was an advocate for the Kellen Moore system. He kept pushing for it even when it wasn't working. Now I get to tell y'all something that maybe y'all not ready for, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Cause there was a whole lot of people that was, I want y'all to dunk Brian Broaddus. I wanted y'all to hold him accountable because he said that Dak was in his DNA to be aggressive. wouldn't it be something if Brian Broaddus was right the whole time? Oh, see, y'all not ready for that. Ooh, y'all not ready for that. Y'all not ready for that. What if, because what we're hearing, what I'm hearing is, and it makes sense. Come on now. Who wanted the option routes? Who was mad that we was going away from it? Dak. And people, we got mad, didn't we? Oh, it's not in Dak's DNA. Oh, Dak, he's conservative with the football. Well, if you're lobbying for a system that makes you have to throw with anticipation, then you are aggressive. Y'all ain't ready for me to tell the truth. Ooh, y'all not ready for me to tell the truth. And yeah, let's tell the truth. It was a whole lot of we all huddled up like, hey, what the hell you mean, Mr. Brian Broaddus? What do you mean? Hey, whoa, wait. What do you mean it's in Dak's DNA? And then, everybody lined up to be Johnny Cochran for Dak. We want the let's go get this old guy and put him to the stake and burn him. How dare he talk about Dak's DNA? This is evidence that Brian Broaddus probably was right. Oh shit. Like say, bro, what a turn of events. What a turn of events. Cause see, somebody warned that Dak was aggressive. He did. And when you co-sign in option routes, you are aggressive. Yes, you are. Because the option route system is a systematic aggressive offense. It's aggressive. You throwing the ball to spots before your receivers make their breaks. So when you hear it's a combination of the West Coast and what we was previously doing, see, don't just fall for it was a little bit of what was we previously doing. Y'all put it in the chat. That's why I asked first, what was we doing? Everybody starts saying digit system, option routes, no ID. All of that's the same thing. Digit system, ID, no ID, all of that's the same thing. But what we was previously doing, see, and we know what you was previously doing. So this is the hope. This is the hope. All right. And I'm just keeping it real with y'all. The hope is that because the key part that Mike McCarthy said when he was speaking against the option routes is he's never been in a system that was this aggressive with option routes. So my hope is this is my hope, that they are keeping option routes, which I wanted them to do, but I wanted them to do it where it was the smartest place to do it. The smartest place for them to run option routes is with the tight ends. That's the best place to run the option routes. It's the easiest read. It's also the shortest throw. So if that's what they talking about, this system is going to be okay. If you are running an option route with one of your receivers that you know is very cerebral or smart or can see the defense like you do, then sure, yes, with an isolated receiver, run it. But to have a system of receivers running option routes like we was doing last year, that part I hope that we're done with, okay? So, but I'm gonna be and that's why I asked, have I earned the right to warn? Have I earned the right in the community to say, you know what, keep your eye on this? Have I earned that right? People that been rocking know that I've earned that right. Some people that might be new, they gonna be like, who are you? And that's cool. You got to get to know me. You got to learn my content style over time. So if that's you, that's fine. I'm not gonna trip. But people that's been here a while, show in, show out, like Miss Lockhart. Miss Lockhart she's here show in and show out. She don't miss nothing. See, she already know what's going on. Hold on real quick. We got us another super chat. All right, but y'all give me a second, man. I just looked up Norv offense and Norv Turner's offense, who helped win Dallas 2 Super Bowls since 2007. Yeah, his team ranked top 5 in points 3 times and produced the NFL's leading rusher 5 times, and that's cool. But see, I gotta research that myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna research that myself because I've heard. This is the first time I'm hearing Norv Turner. This is the first time that I'm hearing that. So y'all give me the weekend to look over that and look through the clues on that, and then I'll be back by next week with a full cup of measured Kool-Aid. All right, Montana, I appreciate this, bro. Montana, you my dog. My boy say, boss, you have 4 books published. You've earned every right, man. I appreciate that, bro. I'm sensitive about my books too, so man, anybody speak good about my books or bad, you know, say you go get my attention. I'm very sensitive. I'm sensitive about my shit. But all right, let me go back to it, and then we go kind of read through it. But listen, y'all, let's just keep going. He said, what they've done here over the last 5, 6, 7 years has been really good since Dak came into the league. Oh my God. Oh my. Let me just kind of chill on that for a while. How long has Kellen Moore been the offensive coach? How long was Kellen Moore the offensive coach? Maybe I'm tripping, all right? But y'all should already know where I'm going with that question. 5, 6, 7 years? So you mean to tell me all right, hold on. So let me tell you why I'm concerned. All right. Maybe I'm tripping, but I need y'all to hear me out. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick, okay? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna re-air this video Sunday, okay? All right. I listened to one of my shows. I'm gonna show you the show that I listened to. I listened to it yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all the show I listened to. I'm gonna re-air this show. I did a show, and I did this show January 3rd of 2022. January 3rd. And I said Kellen Moore is falling for the same ego trap that hurt his mentor Scott Linehan. I'm gonna replay that one because it's epic, y'all. It's epic. Like, I was listening to it and I was like, oh my God. And listen, I ain't saying this to brag. I ain't never doing that. I'm being honest with you though. When I tell you me and the OC was on it, it was now this is why I'm concerned. Because now what we're hearing with this Texas coast is not only the philosophies of Kellen Moore, this is going back to the philosophies of Scott Linehan. And I just listened to that yesterday. So this comes out today, and I'm listening to that yesterday like, okay, I'm not reading that wrong. Y'all seeing it said 5, 6, or 7 years. That's why you got to ask the question, how long was Kellen the OC? So when you know Kellen was the OC only 3 years, that mean that they looking at basically the systems of Scott Linehan too. And I warned about that in this video. I'm gonna replay it Sunday. So when I replay this Sunday, listen to that thing and think about Texas coast. I'm serious, bro. That's why I asked, have I earned the right to warn? So now we starting to put it together. Can y'all see the measurements coming together? When we take out the emotions of Texas coast. Oh, a new offense. Oh, it's new. It's so new, we keeping what we've been doing for 5, 6, and 7 years. Huh? Okay. It's new, but we're keeping what we've been doing for 5, 6, and 7 years. Now, this don't mean panic. But this also mean no. Don't put your head in the sand. We better pay attention, y'all. Like, we got to keep our eyes open. Cause yeah, how new is it if we still talking about something and keeping something that Dak been doing for 5, 6, and 7 years? He said what they've done over here for the last 5, 6, and 7 years. So can we say it like this? What we've done over here since Scott Linehan and Kellen Moore. Can we say it like that? Can we say it like that? See, that's what I'm saying. This is the right place, bro. So, see, because I ain't going to give y'all no sugar, no Koolaid, no. Well, I'm going to give you Koolaid, but it's going to be measured. But I ain't going to be giving y'all no, ooh, Texas coast. Ooh, man, it's going to be phenomenal. It's new. It's new. It's like a new offense. Hold on real quick. Wait. Let me show y'all. Because, see, Dak got people. Dak got everybody. He got it, everybody. Watch Dak. He going to get them. Watch Dak get everybody. Listen.
But has a little bit of what we've done in the past, and just obviously marrying them together with a lot of detail, and maybe, in a sense, a system that's not out there. So
he got you. He got us. Ooh, he sold us some optimism with a smile, didn't he? He sold us. It's something that's not out there with a smile, and then people jumped on that. Oh, it's new, Texas coast. Ooh, Texas coast. Whoa. All right. But then you listen to the details, and it's something that they've been doing for 5, 6, and 7 years. All right, so I'm gonna keep going through it. And you right, Ms. Lockhart. You right. On that 70-30, we gonna get to that. Boy, Ms. Lockhart, you are on it. Love it, boy, Ms. Lockhart. Y'all clap it up for Ms. Lockhart. She looking at the clues too, cause I'm going through these clues, man. Ms. Lockhart, you are on it. Love it. All right, but see, when he said that with that smile, everybody was like, ooh. Oh, my God. Yeah, I could interview Dak. I could interview the mess out of Dak. I would kill it. Trust me. I think I would be Michael Gelkin's little brother. I promise you, I think I could be Michael. If they had me in that room, I promise you I would ask the right questions. I promise you I would be the person that will peep it. When everybody else ain't see it, I would be the one like, wait. I gotta follow up on this. Right? And see, look, boy, see, y'all peeping it. Oh, look. See, this is what I'm saying. See, these boys don't fall for the weeble on this channel. See, these boys on this channel, this is what I tell y'all, boy, y'all are hell. Like he say, 70% is a big number retaining. Right. Oh, my God. All right, here we go. He said, what they've done over here the last 5, 6, 7 years has been really good since Dak came into the league. We want to keep a lot of that in place. That's what our players know. We're a veteran strong offense that has added some really cool pieces. We were very selective about the changes we made. We tried to protect some of the language, the things Dak has used for a long time, but we're certainly added some wrinkles. Not to put a number on it, but we're somewhere in the 70%. Look, 77% ish. Oh, whoa, wait, whoa. 70%? What? Wait. I thought my work was done. I thought we killed Kellen. I thought we killed Scott Linehan. I thought they were dead. Let me take a call, man. Somebody talk me off the cliff. Let me know if I'm tripping. Henny, let me make sure. I see my boy Henny in the building. I'm gonna probably call my boy Henny tomorrow. Henny, you might have to. Let me see if I got my boy Henny. I'm gonna call you, bro. Somebody need to talk me off the cliff. Am I panicking or am I reading the tea leaves? That's what I want to know. Hold on real quick. Let me take your calls. Oh my God. All right, what's up, Coach? Whew.
Hey, boss, how you doing, sir?
Good.
All right. So, this morning I was really hot because I think some of the reporters, as we talked about before, don't ask all the right questions.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to give you an example.
Hold on real quick. Montana, pin that number to the top. Pin our phone number to appreciate it. Go ahead, Coach.
All right. In 2016, when Dak first came, it was two players that ran option routes. Do you remember who the two players were?
I would definitely guess that one was definitely Witten.
Uh-huh. And the other one was Beasley, the slot guy.
Okay. I
Beasley
can see that.
Killed it with the option routes.
I can see
he
that.
Killed it.
Okay.
We all know Dez did not. Did not
they say
run
Dez
option
didn't even
routes.
run option routes. Right.
Right. So when he came in, and it's to your point, boss, that's two inside guys ran option routes. And both of them was good at it.
And both of them was smart as hell. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you kind of go down 2018 in the first part of the year. We had some dumb wide receivers until we got Cooper. Once Coop came, it changed.
It did.
Because Coop can run the option route. By the way, we drafted Wilson, who was also a smart guy.
Quarterback, ex-quarterback. Yep.
That's right. Mm-hmm. You remember.
Yep.
So, the whole thing is the mistake that Kellen made was what Toba told us. Mm-hmm. He had all them wide receivers running option routes, and you just said it. You can't do that.
No. Hell no.
You can't do it. Now, Cook,
yeah.
I believe he can run option routes.
Right. Okay. So
and I would say CD.
Okay.
But Green Bay game showed me CD, you can't do it, sir. Maybe he can do it this year, but he can kiss my butt because he's doing that Green Bay game.
Hey. I think I see where you're going, and you are talking me off the ledge. You really are. Before you even finish.
Now, I'm gonna keep going. When I was telling you about North Turner,
yeah,
you actually have this. You actually they're showing this when Troy Aikman was talking about. Troy Aikman was in the Air Core L system as well.
Yep, and they switched to North Turner.
Their system was timing.
Right.
Their system was not option routes. Right. It was time, and Troy Aikman was talking about that Dak, when he hit that back foot, he needs to let it fly. But you only can do that if you know where your guys are going.
Right.
So, back to the 70% of the plays. Mm-hmm. Yes, it can be 70%. Without the option routes, let me give you an example.
Makes sense. I see what you're saying.
If it's flood left, all I'm saying is the guy that's running the 5-yard out, you can't go back in. Because his option route says that guy can go back in. No, you go out.
Right.
That if nothing there, what you do, Marcus, boss, you run. Now, I can mirror what Coach Marr. I hope he's listening. Coach Marr said this time and time again. One thing that Kellen system was missing was outlets. West Coast always have an outlet on every single play. In the West Coast, you have an outlet. How many times when y'all was live, they did not have an outlet? So guess what? I can make sure that my running back is going. I can make sure that my tight end is giving Dak an outlet. So yes, I can have the same play, split it in the little West Coast, because Coach Mark was saying it was nothing wrong with the play call. The problem was Dak didn't have an outlet, and Coach Mark was going crazy.
Yeah.
So yes, you can have the same play, but sprinkle in some outlets.
Gotcha.
And so yes, you can have 70%. They even said that the plays names were going to stay the same. The verbiage were going to stay the same for Dak. And Tolbert backed this up, saying, "Hey, now I don't have to think. Oh, guess what? In practice, he's killing it because he's not having to think. If it's a nine route, I run a nine route.
Got it.
If it's a post corner, I run a post corner."
So I think I see how they go do it now that I'm like hearing you out and then thinking about this 70-30%. So it sounds like the major thing that they're doing is they're going to have a hybrid to where, like you said, it's only a few people running option routes. It's not going to be like all of them receivers running option routes. You know what I'm saying?
Because
so then that if you do that, that does take the offense down to, 30%. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay,
right.
That makes sense. So with that, yeah, I was panicking, right? So like,
and number two, one reason why I was mad with the morning team this morning was you can't say it's the same offense because Zeke ain't here.
Right. That's
Zeke
true.
is not here. You build. Everybody who knows football, you build your running game around your backs.
Right.
Zeke ain't here no more, so you have to build a new offense around TP.
Right.
You just do. It's common sense. If it's not, it's coaching suicide. You don't do that.
Right. Gotcha.
So the fact that you have to build a new running game around TP means that guess what? At least half the offense is gonna be different. Why? Because last year, and I could be wrong with this, we was like 55-45 between run and pass. So we know for a fact that at least half of your plays are going to be different because Zeke ain't here.
Right.
If nothing else.
Yeah.
If they just kept the passing game the same, your plays as far as running is not going to be the same. It's just not.
Right. So I think King can hit it best. What likely we getting ready to see, but let's still keep our eyes open though. Don't let But now that we putting it all together, I think King can hit it. So you got the West Coast principles that's going to likely supplement where the aggressive option routes used to be. So it's going to, you see what I'm saying? Where it's going to go back, to where it was only a few people that ran option routes like Witten and Cole Beasley. So King, I think, hold on real quick. So King, I think that is, and it's making sense to what they're saying with the 70%, especially with the 70% and going back 5 or 6 to 7 years. That sounds exactly like it's going to be the West Coast route schemes and route tree principles mixed into what the aggressive option routes used to be. And when he doing it like that, that allows Tolbert to play fast, but it still allows your tight ends to be cerebral or your slot guy, Cook, to be cerebral. Because, see, Cook would make sense to be an option route guy as a former number one and a vet receiver because he would read a defense better than likely a rookie. So I'm seeing the common sense now, and I'm starting to calm down. Thank y'all so much.
It's one team in the Dak was kind of wrong. It's one team in the league. And Jay Tuck probably can tell you because he's probably seen more games of this team than anybody, and that's Kansas City. Kansas City, if you remember, what two players ran option routes? Tyreek Hill ran option routes all day, killing them. And who else? Kelsey
Yeah.
ran option routes. But their system was primarily West Coast.
Right.
If the Cowboys fans kind of want to see a good mirror of option routes in West Coast, Kansas City to the teeth does it all day long. And that's why their offense is so hard to stop.
Right. I got you,
And
man.
why they kind of fell off when they was missing that key wide receiver too, because if you only have one guy running option routes in that type of system, and when he was running, it's kind of hard. But when you have at least another guy besides Cuff that can do it, it make you potent.
Yeah. So yeah, it's after thinking it through, listening to you, reading the chat, y'all have talked me off the bridge. I feel better now. Didn't even take y'all that long. I appreciate it. Coach, let me take some more calls. I want to get a couple of more people in here. Then we gonna talk about some more stuff. But I always appreciate it, Coach. Always, okay?
Anytime, boss.
All right, and I'm looking now. We got too many people in here to not have the likes. It's way too many people in here for us to not to have the likes through the roof. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Yeah, what's up with you, man? It's your boy Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store.
What's
brother.
up, Henny, man? Let's go, bro. I'm feeling better now. I'm feeling better. Did you hear?
You feeling better, man? I tried to call you up first, man. Try to talk you off the legs, man. I ain't want you to hurt yourself.
All right, yeah, but you don't act like you wasn't nervous, though. Here, you wasn't nervous. You wasn't nervous.
Nah, cause I want you to think about it. You hear 30%, man, but like here, there's only 30% of land covering the earth, man. Like here, that's still a lot.
Hell
That's
no.
No. 30% is a lot when you put it into perspective about what you're replacing.
Yeah, it is a lot. But see, but it was concerning when you see previous offense. You know what I mean? And that's why I said what part of the previous offense, right? And I still would say we got to keep our eyes open because Dak used to like those aggressive option routes. He used to like it. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's like, did he get that work back into the playbook? Because then what if is that? Can I ask that? What if he got 70% of it back? Would you have a problem with that, Henny?
It's going to depend on who was running the option routes. I mean, there's Noah Brown ain't here to run no option routes. So, like, in terms of personnel, like, I would trust somebody like CeeDee Lamb to run an option route, over the past guys. Brandon Cooks did it because he played with Tom Brady, played with Drew Brees. He has some experience doing it as well. So,
Henny,
I would
wait. I gotta push back on you.
Talk to me.
You trust CeeDee Lamb on option routes?
What you act like CeeDee Lamb can't run routes. Now CeeDee, that's part of his game that I think people are sleeping on. But
Wait. I ain't talking about his ability to run routes.
Let me elaborate, cuz. Let me elaborate with this. Cuz I feel where you're coming from, but at the same token of time, like CeeDee Lamb, because he knows the entire route tree. They have played him at X, Y, Z. He run route out of the running back position. So I have more faith in his route running than a lot of people do. Now there were some miscommunications last year. Don't get me wrong, but that's doing it a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's doing it a ton. Having an option route here and there is not gonna make me lose sleep. What was getting us in trouble was having a majority of option routes and majority of comeback routes. That was making it stagnant. That was messing with the. It also was messing with you. If you looked at the film, it was messing with the spacing on the field because a lot of times these routes would be run at the same depth. Now,
see, but what you said though is that you trust CeeDee Lamb to run option routes. I ain't talking about route running and route tree. I'm talking about option routes. You trust CeeDee Lamb on option routes after last year?
Man, he done scored several times off an option route. he also has been a victim of a Dak Prescott throwing a couple of interceptions while trying to target him.
Nah,
That's why I said,
Targeting CeeDee Lamb caused like 5 of
it.
his interceptions on option routes.
Yeah, but I don't
Because
listen,
CeeDee Lamb was in the wrong position on option. Okay,
Yeah, but I
I'm
don't
gonna
want
just
him to
say
do
it
it
like
every
this:
play.
I don't trust CeeDee Lamb on option routes.
Man, I trust. Listen, he's the one guy on your team that has played every single spot. You know what I'm saying? And you also got to remember, this is going to be CeeDee Lamb's 4th year. You know, in the league, you have to expect him to be better at every aspect of his game. You know, if you really trust his player development. So, you know, I'm not saying that. And listen, I'm not saying this should be a staple. You know, when I did my show earlier, I was talking about they need to implement more play action. They need to implement more motion. They need to implement more screens. You know, because those are things that we actually excelled at from from like previous years. Now, we did not actually have a high screen percentage or anything like that. But, you know, Dak Prescott, in terms of play action, for his career, he's 68.3% on the completion percentage.
So I ain't talking about none of that. I ain't talking about none of that.
Now, listen, let me, I'm going to bring it all back around.
Okay.
Don't trip.
I'm waiting.
Don't
Okay,
worry. I'm going to tie this up in a nice.
All right, let's go. I'm waiting on it.
I'm talking about what works and don't work.
Let's go.
Because, you know, like, those are the things that work, you know, for Dak Prescott overall over the course of his career. The play action, you know, quick pass game, tempo, control the offense, those are the things that work. Now, he also does work well with some option route concepts like y'all just talked about. Now, you know, he likes some of those aggressive things. But, you know, when you look around on the team, who is qualified to do that right now? Right? Who is really qualified to do that right now on the team? You don't trust your tight ends. I damn sure would not trust Jake Ferguson to do it right now. I wouldn't trust Brian, whatever the boy named, Schoonmaker. I don't know what the hell he made. I don't want to trust none of my tight ends to do it.
Why not?
Your 2 candidates right now to run option routes
Hold
on
on.
this team.
Why don't you watch the tight ends?
Huh?
The tight. That's the easiest read for option routes, and that's a short throw. Like that's an easy read.
Those are second year. Those are
Okay.
Tight ends and a rookie. That's why I say I don't trust they ass.
But it's not just their second year. It's the job. It's the job that they doing. So it's like, all right. So when you trying to read a zone defense, the drops from linebackers on cover 2, cover 3, cover 4 is pretty much the same. So it's like, if anybody you should trust on option routes, it should be tight ends. I'm not getting why we trust in CeeDee Lamb when he caused like 5 interceptions being in the wrong position.
So let me ask you this. What have you seen from Jake Ferguson to say that he can run option routes at a high level?
Man, okay, I'm going to put it like this. I think an 8th grader could run option routes at a high level because the read is that easy. It's an easy read. It's not a hard read. It's an easy read so it's like, okay, so what I saw is that he got a brain because it's the easiest read. The outside reads are the hardest reads. That's where you disguising coverages with cover 2s, cover 3s, cover 4s, different disguises, different looks, different safeties that's rolling around and all that kind of stuff. It's the back end that's hard. Them backer drops are easy.
But
so I'm just trying to understand, like, and you know, I'm just hearing you out, but I'm not seeing it.
I ain't asking him to run an option route from the outside, but you can run an option route, you know, from the slot, which he's lined up like 65% of the time anyway. So you want to run an option route, you want to run it.
So put it like this: that interception that happened to San Fran, that was CeeDee Lamb in a slot going to the wrong spot. Yeah,
which is true. But you
I don't trust CeeDee Lamb nowhere with option routes. I'm just being honest. It's like, now Cooper was different. Like Cooper, he read books. He was cerebral. He was trying to do real estate in the offseason. Cooper, and he was a long-term number 1. He played number 1 for a while. So the reading the defense became easier to him. CeeDee Lamb, like even late into the season, he was into the wrong spots. Like some people, I don't think, and I'm not talking bad like about just, and I mean that, like being a book reader, my boy say reading books. Yeah, I'm talking about his background and being able to read his or do a psychoanalysis on a person to say, why did this number one do well when this other number one was out of position a lot with those option routes? So yeah, and then my boy say chess master too. Yeah, that made a big difference. That's why people used to say, why did Dak not throw all them interceptions when Amari was the number one? Can I be honest? It's because Amari was smarter and in the position better. And that's just being honest. But yeah, I put it like this. I'm gonna just keep my eyes on it though, Henny. And I appreciate the call, big dog. It's a good call. I appreciate it.
Hey, anytime, my brother.
That was Henny the more. Tell people where to follow you, bro.
Yeah, man, it's your boy Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store. And y'all can find me on HTM Sports on YouTube, man.
Appreciate that, Henny. Me and Henny, we gonna be doing some work soon, bro. Me and you, we gotta do our own show. All right.
All right, babe, we'll do that, my boy.
All right, that was Henny the Moore. All right, man, I'm gonna keep the phone lines open because see, this is the good news. I do feel a whole lot better than when I started the show because, you know, like I say, I'm an inspector. I'm an underwriter. So I'm going to look under the hood. I'm going to go double check this to make sure that the offense is up to code. Is that okay? Is that okay that I do that? That where I double check and make sure that stuff is up to code. So we still got the call lines open. If anybody want to call in and still talk about this, all right, here we go. I see Kimberly calling in. Let me take your call, Kimberly. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Hey, boss, this is King GT.
What's up, man? What's going on, King? I see you.
Hey,
oh yeah, because you said you had an idea. You also had that good comment about the West Coast kind of taking out those option routes. Yeah, go ahead.
Right. And I also wanted to add in because Henny brought up the CeeDee Lamb, and I'm with you with the CeeDee. I don't trust him, but I also thought about this because they may implement him in running option routes, but I think it was Tolbert that said there'll be guys that's doing clear out, making sure they're clearing out, and that's something that was killing more up and down with the option routes he had there. Like they didn't influence safeties with those option routes there, or you may even get more option routes with Deuce Vaughn coming out the backfield, getting one-on-one with the linebacker and having two-way goals and things of that nature. And maybe the tight ends at times become your check downs in some of those aspects, or your check downs or your running back, and maybe those tight ends or Brandon Cooks or CeeDee Lamb in the slot or running option route, but they're influencing parts of the field or a particular guy to make that option route a little bit more effective to where it's easier for CeeDee Lamb to get to the right place when he does run. Like that's one way I was thinking about it. I don't know if it's how much of it will be that, or if they're no clearing out is the same. But I think that's also the reason why they want a lot of these elusive backs, because they may run some of it with these receivers with wide receiver backgrounds as well. And I think there's maybe something that slipped past us. More so like Kansas City used Isaiah in their stable of running backs, where they get them out of space a lot, but they have wide receiver routes that they can run out of. So that's something I was thinking about.
Yeah, it's a good thought. Real good thought. See, the thing, your particular comment is what calmed my nerves, bro. You had the perfect comment because I think you really kind of explained that 70% of how it could actually make sense, to where if you were removing a majority of option routes out of your weapons or your perimeter packages, then you can do safety clear outs and stuff like that, and reserve a few of your weapons to then run the option routes. And what you're saying is, you saying that it should make it easier to read the defense. I'm not too certain on that, but I would say the clues are more so sounding like what your chat said, that were it's that they keeping the option routes. They just not over aggressive with it now. And if that's the case, we okay. If that's the case, it's no reason to worry. It's no reason to panic. I'm all for the Texas Coast offense, and it's gonna be fly as hell. It's gonna be dope.
For sure. So this is the exact the exact part I was thinking about, because we brought up the Green Bay Packers, particularly the one where CeeDee Lamb was right up the middle,
Right.
and he should have crossed face.
Yep.
So take that same play, drop him maybe 3 yards shorter, and Brandon Cooks running across the middle on the post. What does that do to that safety? And that would be the look where Dak got two options now. He sees CD's option route, but he also sees Brandon Cooks pushing up the field. So if that's safety, most likely he's going to get deep. So CeeDee Lamb crossing the face makes it even more valuable, right? Like, it makes it more, because normally you have more than just two ways to go when you got option routes. But if he turning into the middle of that field, hey, Brandon Cooks influencing that safety to get deep. So you should have a read there. Is what is one of the ways I was thinking about it. I could be wrong, but
this is good theory, bro. Very good theories. Very good call, bro. This is a higher level conversation, bro, and you doing a fantastic job explaining the concepts, how you seeing it in your head. It's a good job, bro. You're doing great, bro. This is a great call. Keep going.
Thank you. But yeah, that's there. But I do need your help with one thing before I leave.
Yeah.
Because I am I have the problem with the Ezekiel Elliott thing, bringing him back, not because of everything we say about the play is correct. He's great, the best short yardage back in the league, best pass blocking league. The problem I have with him is in situations like, let's say we get there in the first half of the season, Ezekiel Elliott is Ezekiel Elliott. It's just, there's no doubt about it. He has the pop. At times, it may not be as great as it was, but he has it. Late in the season, when he really needs to come off the field some of the time, nobody still has been able to tell him, hey, rest. Take a while. We're going to put Malik Davis in because that's Ezekiel Elliott. It's almost like a slap in the face. If I can get later on in the season, bring his carries to at least 8 and get some of those balance backs there, now I'm more into bringing Ezekiel Elliott back because he can work those short yardage and he can do it in bursts where his body at the end of the year may not be as near as beat up. If later on in the series we prepare him to slow it down and really focus on getting those type of yards. Because that's the only issue I have really. Because, being honest, he's been hurt the past couple of years in the parts of the season where we really need him to be Ezekiel Elliott. And that's what hurt him the most, more than the Kellen Moore's offense, because he's been good in the first half of the season. So we know he can run. It's just, after those injuries, it's hard for him to get that playoff success that we've been looking for from his own standpoint as well. So I think that's the biggest part. I think the politics is the biggest reason why I wouldn't want him back, because I don't know how Jerry Jones could sit there and say, Ezekiel Elliott about 10 carries, 8 carries. I don't like that. I don't think Jerry Jones could sit there and do that. That's the biggest reason for me. I think they'll be more willing to sit Dalvin Cook if those situations happen. It's just that's how I look at it in a sense.
You scared about the politics? Yeah, I'm certain I can talk you off of that.
Yeah.
Because the politics. Let's just talk about it.
Okay.
So the original politics was what? Zeke had the most money, so therefore they felt like we need to give you the reps. That's what a lot of people believe, right? On top of that, Zeke didn't want to get off the field, which he admitted that he didn't want to come off the field in 2021. So you didn't see that joint interview that Zeke and Pollard did together, did you? You didn't see it?
Yeah, I did. I saw it. I did see it.
Okay, so you probably just didn't remember, because this is the thing. They both talked about the change that Zeke went through. And he talked about in 2021 that I did not want to come off the field, and that to a degree it was selfish, and that he had to learn that it was actually good for him and Pollard that he came off the field more. So Zeke has already come around to sharing the load and not trying to be the 3-down back all the time, especially when he was trying to be the 3-down back and a bell cow while playing hurt. So that one concern has already been addressed. You know what I mean? And you could see it in the amount of touches that Zeke was getting, that it was addressed, because he wasn't getting the amount of touches in 2022 that he got in 2021. You with me?
Yeah.
All right. So I just because that's why I'm addressing the politics, because then if the politics, the way that it was is because I paid you, I'm going to use you more, which is I call that reverse cheat, right?
Right.
But actually the politics could be in reverse now. That's what I actually fear. And hear me out.
Okay.
So what if Zeke come back and this time his knees are good for all 17 weeks? If you get Zeke playing healthy for 17 weeks in a Shanahan offense, or especially closing out, that Zeke could be better than Pollard. Now, Pollard in the West Coast, that Pollard is going to likely be better than Zeke. But if you put Zeke behind what they was doing in Seattle with Marshawn Lynch, nobody taking Pollard in that offense over Zeke. You see what I'm saying? Could the politics that we tag Pollard make us play him more than we should if Zeke is actually healthy? You see what I'm saying? Because the politics could work both ways.
So I ran this by Koolaid like a while ago.
Yeah.
This is when we first started having the Zeke. I really would like, and I said Zeke with 8 carries. You know, if I was looking at it from this past offense, right? Like, later in the year, he injured. Hey, just focus on the short yardage round. Let me balance it out. Tony's going to get, 18 to 20 touches. Let me get some of those carries, those hits that you can normally take. I'm going to get them to Davis for at least 7 to 8 touches. We're going to get you into your zone, red zone, short yardage thing, come in as fresh as possible, even with the injury, call it a day. But yeah, the what you said about the scheme, for sure, Zeke will be a great asset, because he was at the beginning of the season. Like I said, him and Tony Pollard at one point were top 10 in rushing yard together.
2021, until Kellen Moore stopped using them. Yep, in 2021, Zeke and Pollard was the best duo in the league. Them two. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So it's not like the things Ezekiel Elliott do is still there. I think it's just managing him, because he's taking a lot of hits. It's managing him to get him to that point where we need him the most. That's the thing that's been missing since I've been saying it since 2018. It's just the injuries right there. So if I can keep him as fresh as possible to where he can really wear down defense, because everybody hurt at the end of the year. If he can impose his will later on in the year and you still got that Tony Pollard dynamic, that's when it's really going to be effective. Not in the middle and all those other things. That's the biggest issue I have. And like I said, the politics of the past of just not getting him off the field when he hurt so he can come back and impose his will in the playoffs.
That was 2021. That was 2021. Yeah. That wasn't in 2022, but it was in 2021. You know what I mean? So that concern, they already talked about that was addressed. And this is my honest to God opinion. And then I'm gonna say something else about this running back and throw it back to you, because I think me and you having a good discussion.
Okay, cool.
I would first say that I would hope that our offense is similar to New England, to where they attack you differently depending on your defense, right? So,
Right.
for instance, if you have a run defense that's weak and you can't stop the run, New England would come out and Tom Brady will look like a game manager, like a super game manager. Very dink and dunk, super safe, keeping the ball on the ground, and they will pound you, right?
Board that.
Yeah, this is what I mean by that. So if we going against a team, let's say if they have a weak front, then in that particular game, I would literally start Zeke. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would start Zeke because I know we getting ready to pound these dudes. And I will go in there with my zone scheme and I will be trying to splatter boys. That would be the generic game plan for that particular opponent. Then let's say if you going against a team, perfect example, Washington Commanders, a strong front, a weaker secondary, right? Well, what's my better chance of actually moving the ball? I probably want to use my running back as outlets where we're using outlet passes like the run. Well, then Pollard starts. You see what I'm saying? Because it fits him better versus that opponent. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think sometimes us as fans, we get caught up on, I want Pollard to start. I want Zeke to start. I want whoever to start to make sense based on the opponent, because that's what Dan Quinn does. 1 week, Israel Mukuamo is the hero. The next week, Donovan Wilson. Why? Because depending on the opponent, depending on the athlete he focuses on as the chess piece. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think there's a balance with those guys to where I want us to get out of he better. It's like some games it should be 90% Zeke. I'm just throwing that out there. Obviously not 90%, but you know what I mean. You know, he should get a majority. Then some games you hardly see him. Now this is something that I believe, and I'm gonna throw this at you. I think Zeke is your perfect answer for the zone scheme. He's the perfect answer for your red zone points. He's the perfect answer for short yardage, and he's the perfect answer for closing out games where we have a lead. Oh man, that phone hung up. Man, we was going, boy. Man, that caller, we was going. Woo! That was a good call, man. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. So the call lines are back open, so if y'all want to get in here, you can. But that was a good call. I think we pretty much summed it up pretty well. Yeah, everybody kind of knew we was going. But I don't have the politic concern at all, you know, because I already know that was honestly addressed. It's no politics in this because they began to give Pollard actually if you really watched it close, the politics started to shift away from Zeke. If you really watch it close, because what was they doing in 2022? Pollard, they would give him red zone touches until he couldn't score. Then they would put Zeke in there. And then Zeke would go get them points. You see what I'm saying? So we're really in the red zone where you know you getting ready to go against a strong box. That should always be Zeke, pretty much. That's just what it is. If you're trying to close out a game, why was we seeing games, which was goofy to me, where Pollard was your closeout back? Like, what was you doing, man? What? In what world is Pollard the closeout back? He don't have the frame. It don't fit his game. Like, the politics was against Zeke last year. If you really peep it, they was trying to basically phase Zeke out. Do y'all remember when Zeke was scorching hot game 1? They stopped. They totally went away from Zeke. And they went away from Zeke almost every time he got hot early. Now the politics was against Zeke. I don't see what's up. I ain't tripping on that politics at all. If anything, if you get Zeke back, if anything, don't play. Okay, let me put it like this. If Zeke is playing all season with no knee brace, there's a chance he is still a quality 3-down back. And I'm talking about can carry the load. Now, would I want him to? No. I would want to protect him by splitting the load. Like the caller said, I want him available December, January. But if his knee is holding up, you telling me there's not a good chance that you're going to see some very good runs out of Zeke? Because when we look at Zeke prior to that knee like this, you can still see the speed. It's not Pollard speed, but it's good speed. Where Pollard speed is 4.3 speed, you could see 4.5 speed or 4.4 speed when Zeke didn't have no knee brace. You could still see him hitting corners. You could see the agility, but you also still always saw the power. So to me, the politics that we need to look out for is the tag politics. Because we paid Pollard $10 million, we doing goofy shit like closing our games with them. That's goofy. Like, and see, sometimes we just got to keep it real when it's goofy and recognize it immediately. You should recognize quick. Like, why in the world are we closing out this game with a lightning back? We in a thunder situation and we using lightning. Come on, man. Like, no, the politics, man, I'm scared of the politics against Zeke. Boss Cowboy Sports. Hold on, let me answer the phone. All right. Boss Cowboy Sports.
What's going on, boss?
What's up, Coach?
It's Coach Ma, man.
What's up with it?
Hold on 1 second, boss. Let me turn you down over here.
All right.
Okay, boss. I got 2 things I want to talk about. I'm going to get to Zeke, the second thing, but I want to talk about this offense that I was hearing about. And I see this offense going in a way where I know we had a lot of conversation about archery routes.
Yeah.
But I see this offense going in a way because, again, you can pick up on a lot of things that players are saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yak yards is going to be the big thing for this year. If you look at the stats of our offense last year, we ranked, the bottom half of the league in yak yards.
Yeah.
Which makes your offense a lot harder, puts a lot more stress on your quarterback because you're not getting those 10 to 20, sometimes bigger yards after catch. And you were and I know as we was watching the games this year, how many times did I have said that CeeDee Lamb has his best catches when he's on the move?
Yeah, that's true.
I said that over and over again, and every time he caught the ball on the move, crossing routes, deep crosses, things of that nature, he is he's a runner after catch. He's a elusive type guy. That's what he does well. If you look at Cooks is not a stop route guy, not a guy that has his back to the back, with his feet is still and his back towards the goal post. And I believe this offense is going to touch every area of the field. One thing you're going to see a big difference in this offense is that the last offense we had, it was not only the run game was bland, but the pass game was based off of stem routes. Everything was vertical and stop. They did not attack all parts of the field. You can watch film. I think you watching the San Francisco game. There was many times where we didn't even have any receivers in the deep middle where the free safety had nothing to do.
Right.
As I was saying during the season, when you're attacking defensive backs, you want to make safeties do corner things. You want to make corners do safety things.
Yep.
Because
you
that's
make
why.
Corners tackle,
that's
you
why.
Want to make safeties cover. Mm-hmm.
That's right. You want safeties to move and cover on the move, and you want corners that be physical, have to be physical.
Yeah.
So you have to attack all areas of the field for you to be able to get that. That's where I think again that you're going to attack all areas of the field.
Yeah.
Another nugget I heard was when the tight ends coach.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about what Mike McCarthy has always preached to them. And he said this. He said Mike McCarthy always preached to us is the fastest way to get touchdowns is the middle of the field. So if Mike McCarthy has been preaching that, and Linda Wells can say that, well, you could best believe that this offense is going to attack the middle of the field, because if that's his philosophy, the fastest way to get touchdowns is the middle of the field, and bigger plays come in the middle of the field.
Right.
So you're going to see a lot of over routes. You're going to see a lot of crossings. You're going to see a lot of Dak hitting guys in on the run. And if you go back to the San Francisco passing game, you never see none of their receivers run curls, or where they're always on the move, because if they got elusive, fast receivers. If you're going to play a guy like Turpin sometimes, you're going to play a CD Lamb, you're going to play a Cooks with their yak yards. If you continue to try to hit them on the move, it is harder for you to play man, because if one missed tackle, it's a guy bumping his head on the goalpost. So you're going to force guys, based off the yak yards, to try to corral you and play somewhat zones, because they want to corral you after the catch. So you're going to see a lot of that, of attacking the whole field and giving Dak outs with your running backs in the flats, where you could spread the zones, where Dak could have better throwing lanes, and guys can get a chance to get the ball on the move, and they can make yards off the catch.
Right.
That's one of the staples of a West Coast style of catching the ball and in motion, not with all these sticks and butt hooks. I think you ran a little film thing right there. They saw all these all curls, all stem routes. It's been documented well that Kellen, everything was based off a stem route. And Boss, you know, as a defensive back, if you don't have to worry about going across the field, side to side, or things going away from you and something coming back, and guys are just running stem routes, either straight up the field or stops, eventually in the game, you're gonna jump a lot of those routes, or you're gonna make the window much harder for you to throw the ball. Mm-hmm. So again, that's where I think that this offense is going with that, and I'm waiting to see, and I'm loving that this is going to come, because I like what I hear about attacking all areas of the field. That's something I've been talking about all last year, as well as attacking the middle of the field, not just 5 or 6 yards in, like when we seen Dalvin Schultz run all these little stop routes 8 yards down the field. I'm talking between 10 to 20 yards down the field, attacking the middle of the field. So if you're attacking the whole field, you're going to be able to get good matchups, because you're going to put guys on bigger islands. You're going to put the weaker guys on a bigger island to cover a bigger area, and that's where you can work your matchups to really hone in on those guys that are not good in the secondary. So you want to spread them out, attack all areas of the field where you can get the matchups where you want to get.
Yeah,
so that's where I think this offense is going.
Look like that's where we headed. Yep.
That's where I think we're going to. And when you're attacking all areas of the play action, it's going to be very well, because when you run play action, you're attacking the middle of the field. That's where your middle of the field comes in wonderful when you run a play action. I think we're going to be and I think Dak is going to be on the move. You're going to see a lot of rollouts. I think Dak is going to be allowed to run the ball more. I look for Dak to have at least 2 to 3 carries a game, and they're going to be safe carries, but they're going to be very productive, and it's going to put some more thought in the defensive mind to have to prepare for him on the move and running the ball and getting those first downs and not being a bull, but he's going to be taught to get down.
Boy, that's gonna be so dope. Ooh, that's gonna be so dope.
Right.
That's so. Oh boy, if we do what you just said right there, oh my God, ooh, we gonna be cooked. Yeah. Those are the things and when I say not even a lot of it, I think what you said is perfect. Where you using Dak's legs only about 3 times a game, but they coming in them pivotal moments and just crushing you, you know, and where you have to account for
where you have to, out because you have
to. I feel you on that, coach.
Right, and that's and when you look at football, and I'm just give you a coach's aspect. As a defensive coordinator, you want everything to be tight because your athletes can close windows.
Yeah. And
you can rally to the ball. You don't like when officers spread you all over the field and have weapons at every corner of the field because it spreads you out, and then your weakest link has more ground and more responsibility. And if he makes a mistake, it can be tragic. So you want to be tight. And I think this offense last year was real tight. When you run a lot of stop routes, we started watching guys. We watched all last year where everything was real tight and guys were having a hard time. And Dak had the decision to make. And if you stop one route, he didn't have a chance to come back to another one. And when he always had to throw tight window throws, this offense is going to be made for him to throw precise throws, but you're going to see people running wide open because you're going to attack people in all quadrants. That's why you watch I keep going back to San Francisco. How many times you see Deebo Samuel catch a ball in tight window? Every time he catches the ball, every time the receiver catches the ball,
I'm with you,
they're
Coach.
wide open.
Coach. Let's go to your other point because I got other callers.
Okay, I'm going to get Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
It's very funny to me. Mm-hmm. it makes me laugh. And I talked to a friend of mine that how things change. And this is with the Dalvin Cook thing. Mm-hmm. All these fans were clamoring about Tony Pollard. And now with Ezekiel's gone, Tony Pollard is the guy we talking about bringing somebody else in. Listen, I understand Tony Pollard may not last 4 or 5 years as a bell cow back, but mind you this, Tony Pollard is a good running back.
Yeah, and
he is a good running back in a better scheme. I think he'll be a very great running back. The thing that pains me about Ezekiel Elliott, that hurts my feelings so bad, is because we had a coordinator that didn't value the running game and the purpose of the running game, and we wasted years of Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
Now, has that ship sailed? If you bring Zeke back, will he say he's going to fit another role? I believe Zeke is mature enough and understands how his worth to Dallas and his love for the Cowboys. He'll fit any role that you put him in because that's the type of player he is. The Cowboys didn't let him go because they said his play was lacking. In the last half of the season, our running game, regardless of what we had back there, was lacking because, as we have talked about, the creativity of the running game and the stubbornness of just running the ball just to run it was in the mind of your coordinator. Yep. So it didn't look good.
Yep.
So I would think if you bring Zeke back, he would be a better fit because of the fact he is willing to do whatever because of his loyalty to the Cowboys and his love for the Cowboys. You bring a Dalvin Cook in here, Dalvin Cook is looking to be the man. And he is not going to be the man over Tony Pollard because basically he might be just the same type of running back. Only thing I would say about this, while we're talking about it, Zeke will come back here for the less money to be a part of this championship run because I believe he believes this will be a championship run. And I believe Mike McCarthy could use Ezekiel Elliott and the host of those running backs in a way that they will be dominant and their running game would be much easier to do. But as I said, One last point. We boost a guy like LVE up because he played 5 good games or 3 games good at the end of the year.
Whoa, wait.
Give him a starting position.
Whoa.
Zeke plays like a first tier back in the beginning of the season, and then still plays okay, and we say he's washed up.
Wait, Coach, can you say that again, please?
We boost him. I watched the show today that really killed me when they just talk about LVE like, oh, that's our staple piece at linebacker, and we boost him up and say, well, he did play, so he do deserve that star. But Zeke gave you top 10, top 5 running back in the first 6-7 weeks of the season, still got hurt, and still gave you 875 yards and 12 touchdowns. And we say, he needs to go. We didn't get rid of Zeke because of his play. I just think the Cowboy fans are just upset about the money that we ain't paying. We ain't paying. So that's the only reason, and they understand, and Zeke understands that he was not a $10 million running back. Zeke understands that was a business decision. He understands that. He's not crazy, but he's a washed up back and cannot be beneficial to these Cowboys. Because if we watch film, Earl Campbell, Dalvin Cook, and that bland running game that we had was not going to get any yards. Right. So let's pump our brakes on that. And if they want to bring another guy in, they will. But I really think they like the guys they got. And I believe if you construct the running games correctly, you may be all right in the running back room.
Coach.
But if you're going to bring anybody in here, you need to bring Ezekiel Elliott in here.
Man, no
you're talking
doubt.
about bringing the veteran.
And I ain't saying that liking him like no. He fit. Like Zeke fit. All right, real quick. You bought yourself 20 more minutes. Coach, you bought yourself 20 more minutes. Not playing. Not 20 minutes. We at least talk 3 more or 4 more. But check this out, Coach. I wanted to shoot this out to you too. I'm almost certain that we definitely not go get Cooks. You know why? Because there's too many reports out there saying Dallas is interested in Cooks. Whenever you see us saying we interested in a player, we are not.
We are not.
We are not. Just go look at.
Did we hear about the trade?
What's that?
Did we hear about the trade?
No.
Did we hear about the trade before that happened?
No. Did you? Okay. Did we hear anything about T.Y. Hilton before it happened? No. You know what I'm saying?
Did we hear anything about Schumer?
Nope. Yeah. Nope. Who was we hearing about? Odell Beckham. The whole time we was looking at T.Y. Hilton. So the fact that we keep hearing, oh, Dallas is looking at Dalvin Cook, that really mean they looking at Zeke.
Did we hear anything about Martin Smith?
No.
Nope.
No.
Did we hear anything about Tyler Smith when we drafted him?
No.
Nope.
Yup.
So what? And that's why I keep trying to tell people what you hear, what they keep yelling out there. That's just underneath things to say that they're doing some other things. If they're not talking about signing Terrence Steele, if there's no word about them talking about we just started contract negotiations with Terrence Steele, you have a contract next week.
Right.
If there's no talk about them with Diggs, and they ain't nobody, they in the room. If they talking about they sitting down, they talking, he gonna wait a long time for his contract. If the talk goes away, you'll wake up one day and bam, it'll be done.
You know what I really think they're doing? You know what I really think they're doing? I think they using Dalvin Cook to try to draw Zeke cheaper.
Yeah, and listen, Zeke, if I was to give some advice to Ezekiel Elliott, I would say this: for a 1-year run with the makeup of this team, and you see the direction of what your nemesis of the offense is gone, and you see what Schottenheimer, I'm sure he's had conversation with Schottenheimer. They talked about how Schottenheimer was very helpful to the defense all year and all these other things. I would say what Zeke would be to say, hey, Cowboys, you want to get me for $2 million? I want to make this run. I want to make this run. I know it's going to come. I know I'm going to make plays for this team, and we're going to win a Super Bowl. And then I'm still going to play. It may not be in Dallas, but my stock is going to go up because I've been on a championship team. I'm not going to put all these years in this thing and did all this, and I made $70, $80 million. And we on the crest of getting there. I'll come down off my pride because I know I'm doing a different role, and I'll be on this team. And believe it or not, he's going to make plays. And he's going to make plays for this team, and we're going to be a better football team for it, and we're going to win. That would be my philosophy to Zeke.
If I'm Zeke,
and it's not about the money. It should be about the money with Zeke right now.
Nah, I'll put it like this. You got to come with 5. You have to. You paid Neal 5 to go from safety to linebacker. You paid Barr 5, Anthony Barr. I gave you 12 touchdowns, 867 yards. My conversion rate on 3rd and short was better than anybody in the league. You gonna pay me $5 million. I gave you 84 points, and I gave it to you on a bad leg. You gotta come with $5 million, minimum.
Well,
it gotta be 5 and up.
I understand. I understand what you're saying, boss. But he'll rule the day that he let $3 million stop him from winning a championship in the Super Bowl in Dallas.
Shit.
That money won't mean a thing.
Shit. $3 million?
It won't mean a thing.
Bye, Dallas. You go pay me mine. $3 million.
It won't. Listen, for the what we saying now, put the winner a Super Bowl with this quality of team, he would say 5 or 2 years down the line, it wasn't worth it.
See, Coach, Zeke shouldn't have to be the one.
It's worth it.
Zeke shouldn't have to be the one.
It's worth it to a guy like Tony Pollard. Now, if you was in the position of Tony Pollard, and Tony Pollard was in Ezekiel Elliott's position, and he ain't never made no money, and he ain't never been invested, and he just got there, yes, it's worth it to get that $3 million. But Zeke ain't got that many more years left.
I just put it like this, and we might just have to agree to disagree on this one, but that job itself is too hard for $2 million. For what we would be asking him to do. We would be asking him to be the closeout back, which is very punishing. That's a very punishing job. You know what I'm saying? 3rd and shorts, punishment. Red zone runs, punishment. You got to pay me $5 million for that job, Coach. I'm sorry. That's too hard. That's too hard of a job to even ask me to do for $2 million. It's like I want you to do that job with a sense of pride. That's why I would give you $5 million, because I want you to feel like we respected you. If we give him $2 million,
I agree with you on that. Yeah. But on the other end, if I was the Cowboys, I can win a championship with $2 million. I can get another back for $2 million and win a championship.
Who go come in that's gonna be on Z level?
I can win this championship. What I got now?
I wish they would come out and say that to me, and they ain't even sniffed it in 27 years. You know what I mean? How dare you, Dallas? Oh, I can win a Super Bowl. What? You ain't shit. You only won 3 playoff games in 27 years. The bravado, really? Nah, you go pay me my $5 million, and he deserve it. And $5 million is cheap for what he does. 12 touchdowns? Shh, you gonna pay me $5 million? That's a steal. I gave you 12 touchdowns on a bad knee. That mean at my worst, I can give you 12 touchdowns. What if I'm healthy? What if my knee is healthy? Yeah. I'm not going to put the pressure on the player for $2 million. The pressure should be on the organization, to me. That's the me, coach. Come up with the $5 million, move some money around. Because you know what? They can actually free up money by extent. Damn. Coach hung up. Or the phone's hung up. Hey, but obviously very good call. And, this is a good call always from y'all. But hey, in my opinion, and maybe we gonna have a talk about this. I still want to debate this out. In just my opinion, I believe very strongly, if both backs are healthy, give me Zeke. That's me though. Cause what was cool though, and I would want to go back and forth with more people, but I don't got time. I'm not gonna do it. It's already been too long. But if we go talk about this some more. I'm gonna obviously do another show this weekend, and I want us to go back and forth on this. I want somebody to talk me into why Cook is a better fit for Schottenheimer's system than Zeke. That's what I want to know. If you can talk me into that, I'll be open to it. If you can talk me into why Cook is a better fit than Zeke, I'm all the way listen to you. But I haven't heard that case yet. I just haven't. So let me get to some of these super chats, because I got a lot of super chats sitting in the queue. Obviously, we're doing a much better job now of storing these things up. So let me go ahead and get to these super chats. And then we'll get up out of here. He said, my boy Smoke said, you cannot tell me Kellen Moore did not sabotage the Green Bay, Houston, Jacks, Washington games we played so terrible and not. Yeah, and you know what's that's so funny you say that, Smoke. He said not the same game plan 2 times against 49ers. Hello. See, Smoke, it's so funny because Coach Marv used to say that. And I remember I used to be like, he used to say, Kellen Moore is sabotaging the run game. And we'll be both at the watch party, and I used to be like, sabotage is a strong word, But with what Brian Broaddus talked about, yeah, it's hard not to consider that now. It's just hard. It's just we know too much now. We can't go back to the days of ignorant fans. We've been too educated on this channel from some good guests. If you missed that, then that's on you. If you decided not to look at it, then that's on you. But for everybody who really listened to Brian Broaddus, man, he was singing like the Mafia. He was, and he just, he was. So, and then Miss Charles said, boss, I pray all is well with you and your family. I'm team fight for Zeke, to come back. And me too. I think, and I'm not team Zeke because I like Zeke. I'm team Zeke because I feel like he's a better fit for our system, for our running game system, zone running scheme. I think he fitted. And that's why I always ask the question, who is more Marshawn Lynch, Zeke, Cook, or Pollard? Everybody that's being honest go tell you quick, oh, that's Zeke by a mile. Matter of fact, Zeke might have been better in Seattle. He probably would have been better than Beast Mode. Shit. So like Coach Marv said, which was perfect. Now you got an OC that's gonna be creative with the run, not somebody that was like, let's get this run out the way. Let me get this off my call sheet. God damn, I gotta get 30 of these things in today. That's one. Shit. Okay, here, there. Okay, we ran the ball. Okay, Mike, get off my ass. See, now we know it was like that. Yeah. According to Brian Broaddus, Kelly Moore, I want to quit like a sucker. I want to quit. Get off my neck with your team, Mike McCarthy. Shoot. Kellen Moore was thinking it was his team. B. Bird used to say it all the time. He used to say he the third most powerful person. B. Bird used to say that all the time. Kellen Moore was the third most powerful person. And then B. Bird say he said this when we was talking about the option routes with this super chat. He said CD made business decisions on option routes, right? And I guess that's when we was talking to Henny about trusting CD Lamb. I won't know. CD Lamb gotta show me. I ain't believing CD Lamb on option routes. No, I'm not. He gotta show me that he gonna be solid on that. He ain't show that last year. I think he can get there, but he ain't show me that. And then Deshaun King say, thank you, boss. Been a long time supporter with a super chat, and I greatly appreciate that. And then my boy Smoke say, boss, I made some folks mad about a Hunter Lupke post. Man, I didn't say he a Zeke replacement. He could get that 1 or 2 yards. What you think? I think we just gotta wait and see with Hunter. I think that's what we gotta do. That's it. We gotta wait and see. Because when you're dealing with Hunter film is good. It's good. But see, the problem with Hunter's film is a lot of it was not with the best competition. So my trust for him is going to grow when I see him in preseason games, And this is the thing, small schools and big schools don't matter as long as you can play. But sometimes when you're trying to judge, and I appreciate this super chat, big dog, when you're trying to judge, can a guy do it? I'd rather look at film against competition that's NFL competition. So like for instance, a lot of people when they look at film, they don't care who the opponent is. When I look at film, I'm always looking for first your film against an obvious NFL opponent, because that's gonna tell me the most about you. So when you're talking about him, I love his film, but I want to see more in the league before I put my full stamp on him and say that he can be that guy on short yardage. I gotta just see more of it. And if I do, I jump on that train. But I'm sitting back waiting to see more first, just to answer that question. All right. So I think I got a call. This might have been West Coast. Let me see if West Coast was trying to jump in the show real quick, because this would be fun. This would be funny. He might not even know if I was live. Yeah, because we do that sometimes. We call each other and be like, bro, I'm live, bro. Hold on real quick. Hopefully this is West Coast. It's from California. Let me see. Might be a scammer. Let me see.
Hello.
I knew it was you. What's up, bro?
Oh, man, no, I was
You live, too.
Huh?
You live.
Oh, I'm live right now?
Yeah, you live. Oh, see, I knew you didn't know I was live. I said he probably didn't know I was live. Yeah.
Nah. Oh, no, I saw your thumbnail.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if I was late or early, so I was just trying to call in and just get my little two piece in the fryer. You know how I be.
Let's go, man. Let's eat, man. Give us your 2 piece.
Well, I got like 3 minutes, so I can't be long-winded, so I'm gonna be straight to the point.
Let's
Cowboy fans, you are not qualified to talk about who's better between Zeke or Dalvin Cook. Because how much Dalvin Cook film have you truly watched? Stop doing that. Cowboy fans, we turn into little kids on Christmas Day whenever we don't know what we're getting. You know what I'm saying? We'll literally have a PS5 sitting there on the TV, and then we'll be excited about a box that kind of look like another PS5 under the damn Christmas tree. You know what I'm saying? Like, the biggest thing that we love is optimism. The reason why people aren't excited about a Zeke return is because you already know what you're going to get with Zeke. The reason why people love a Dalvin Cook is because they have the unknown. But listen to me, we don't need the unknown. There's already too many unknowns. You have unknown question marks in your tight end room. You have unknown question marks on your offensive line. You have unknowns at other positions. There's no reason to make more unknowns. In football, the offseason is designed to alleviate unknowns. You're supposed to write all your questions down and use the offseason to answer those. I'm sorry, if you sign Dalvin Cook, you still have a question, because you have to ask yourself, can Dalvin Cook do what Zeke did? Can he fulfill that need? Well, my question is this: since life is so short, why ask Dalvin that question if you can just ask Zeke the question? Bro, can you just come back and do what you were doing? That's it. Like, the thing about this, the way the offense is set up right now, this superhuman Zeke who lived in 2016, we don't even need that guy no more.
Nope.
Like, the Zeke we need is the guy we had last year. Like, that is the perfect weapon of what we need. Like, Dalvin, we don't need a Dalvin Cook. We just gave Tony Pollard $10 million. Why do you need a Dalvin Cook? That makes no sense.
That's so smart.
Like, they're
So
different
smart, bro.
guns.
You're a smart
they're
guy.
different. I mean, they're different weapons, but I mean, put it to you like this: if Rambo saw Tony Pollard and Dalvin Cook sitting on a table, and he's about to go out to go to a gunfight, he's only going to take one of those guns. Why? Because to him, it's the same gun, man. You have a small gun, you got a bazooka, and you got a rifle. You know what I'm saying? They're both small guns.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter if you like one purple or if you want one blue. But at the end of the day, Rambo's like, man, I got one of those. You know what I'm saying? I don't need another shotgun. I need a blunt instrument. I need something that when people don't want to move, I can just hand the ball to him, because you got to remember, everybody is all like, everybody wants to cap on Ezekiel Elliott for his 12 red zone touchdowns. Well, I'm like, okay, well, let's at least replace him with a guy who has the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, Dalvin Cook is a guy who can score on the inside, but I'm going to keep it real with you guys. Like, this day for Dalvin Cook, I always knew was going to come, because Alexander Madison
was better.
A guy that Boss Cowboy said to draft 4 years ago.
Yep. Hey, Wes, I can say this, bro, before you go, because I know you say you only got 3 minutes. Bro, I can say that, bro, I watched Cook, bro, and that's why he tripping off Cook, because I always said, because Madison was on my fantasy team, so I was watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and then Madison. The thing about Madison is if you like Tony, if that's how we found out about Tony Pollard. Because they all came from that tree. So it's like that's why I was so at the beginning of my blogging career on Tony Pollard, I was so adamant about my position on Tony Pollard being a wide receiver. It's just because I was like, bro, there was other running backs at Memphis that Tony Pollard did not beat out. He could not beat out. He couldn't beat him out, bro. Like, Alexander Madison is that dude, bro. He just has, in my opinion, he just hasn't had the opportunity. But the reason why I like it,
he that dude.
The reason why I like Alexander Madison is because he reminds, like, if you go look at the Boss Cowboy guide, I promise you said something about him being like a cheap version of Zeke.
Yep.
And this is when Zeke was in 2016. Like, Alexander Madison came into the league jumping over people, bro.
Yep.
Like, he jumped over people.
Yeah,
like,
he had 22 touchdowns, bro.
But hey, man, it's defensive day out here today, man. So
I'll let you go.
Get out here.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, man. Let everybody know where they can find you.
I want to be on that show. I want to be on that other show you do about the running backs. I want to be on there.
What you talking about? What you mean?
Whatever show you do about running the ball or anything, I want to be on there.
Okay. We gonna just make one, dog. We gonna make one. All
right, brother.
All right, that was West Coast, man.
All right, y'all, let's line it up.
All right, he said he getting ready to coach. Y'all hear him out there getting ready to coach the boy. That boy said, let's line it up. I love it.
All right, let's go.
I love it.
Boss.
All right, man. So, yeah, man, I just listen, y'all. I wanted to give y'all my 2 cents on what I was kind of seeing on the Texas, or what I was fearing. But, after talking it out with y'all, I feel better, right? I saw somebody say that I was hating on Dak. Like, nah, bro. Some of y'all just listen slow. Dak did love those option routes. Okay? You still would be very goofy if you don't keep your eyes on a resurgence of aggressive option routes. From reading all the tea leaves and listening to Coach Q and listening to all the callers, now likely we're not going to see aggressive option routes. But I'm at least still keep my eyes open for it. More so because I know that at one point Dak loved it. He wanted to stick with it, which then aligned to what Brian was saying, was that he was in his DNA to be aggressive, So anyway, y'all should see that, I'm willing to change my stance live, especially if you make a good case. I asked y'all to talk me off the ledge, and y'all really did. So the vision of what I see happening from just really going back and forth with everybody, the Texas coast is really going to be more West Coast with dumbed down option routes. Okay? That's what it's going to likely be. Okay? What we're likely getting ready to see is we're going to see West Coast principles with option routes, just not a lot. It's going to be few weapons doing it versus a lot of weapons doing it. To me, that's a good compromise by Mike McCarthy too. You working with your quarterback who felt comfortable with that. And let me say this, and let me just keep it real. Option routes to tight ends was not a bad thing. Let me pull up something, because I said this to Henny. I want y'all to see that I was telling the truth on that. Let me pull up something real quick. I want to show y'all something. Give me 1 second. Y'all just stay with me. Don't leave. I'm finna show y'all something. Give me 1 second. Damn. Hold on. Because I was trying to find a clip where, and y'all heard me break this down with Dalton Kincaid. Hold on real quick. I think I might know where it's at. Let me see. Hold on real quick. Nah. I don't have it. But basically, I was looking for that clip where they was basically explaining that for tight ends, reading option routes is like an A grader can do it. Like, real talk. So like tight ends is where that's the easiest transition into option routes. And even Novacek talked about that with me and Jay Tuck. Me and Jay Tuck was with Novacek, and he was talking about the option routes, was easier when you targeting tight ends. So let me just show y'all a little bit of film of Dalton Schultz. And this is why, obviously feel like any one of them tight ends can do it, because the reads or the drops are just a lot easier. So like when you watch Dalton Schultz run these routes, you see them drops. You see when the linebackers drop, it's a very easy drop. Hooks to flats, middle, hooks to flats. That's generally what you seeing with option routes that's coming at tight ends. So it's easy to find that little hole and sit down. So it's not complicated when it's coming from tight ends. So that's why I just want to show y'all this, to where it's going to likely be this right here, where you sitting down in them little small open zones, easy stuff, pitch and catch stuff. Like that's what he did right there. They're like, what's hard about it? You can trust anybody can do that, bro. Me and you could do this. Big Mike ain't going for no aggression option rush, right? He got 100% to say right. He don't like that. I like the 70-30. I agree. Yeah, you right. Like, it's really, you right. It ain't no reason to be nervous, Clebo. I'm with you on that. You right, Clebo. It is literally no reason to be concerned. The days of aggressive option routes are likely over. I'm going to still keep my eye open, though. Just for nothing, I'm an inspector. That's what I do, man. I'm an underwriter. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to keep my eyes open. That's what I'm going to do. But, yeah, when you break it down and you really look at the tea leaves, yeah, that shit dead. But just look at it. I'm just showing y'all just what Schultz is doing. Like, what is complicated about this? He's sitting in pockets. Come on, man. Yes, so Ferguson can do this. Hendershot can do this. These zone reads are not hard. He wide open right there on the boot. Who can't do that? Simple bootlegs, simple stuff, hot pocket stuff. Man, yeah, so this is likely what, see, look what he just did. Just look. Like, why would I be worried about a tight end, like, not being able to do this? It's going to be the same drop. You see the linebackers dropping. What did I say? Dropping to the middle, hooks to flats, You find the open zone and you sit down. You can do this in the 8th grade. Like, real talk. He sits down. Boop. You know what I mean? That's what Dak wants. Like, all of our tight ends can do this. He just wants somebody that can see that simple drop and sit down. That's what he doing. So I I'm feeling good. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little bit concerned. I'm being honest, I was, but I was worried for nothing. My boy Clebo say, boss, I always say you investigating like Columbo. I do. That's what I do. Like I inspect. I do. That's just me. If I hear you saying something, I'm gonna double check to make sure that what you saying is real. Especially coming out of Kellen Moore, coming out of Scott Linehan. Yeah, you better be like that. You better be very cautious of what this front office will try to sneak on you. But hey, listen, y'all. By Sunday, I'm going to drop this video. It's an old video. But, bro, when I tell you, ooh-wee, man, boy, y'all go, listen, if for some of y'all don't like history, if you don't like history, don't watch it. But for those who like to remember what was going on around certain times, that's gonna plug you into some holes that we've missed, and it's gonna show you why we gonna be better. Oh yeah, you gonna wanna watch that Sunday. I'm likely gonna drop it Sunday. But anyway, man, I'm up out of here, man. It's Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matter. Y'all stay with us. We got a lot of good stuff that's coming. We got a lot of cool guests that's coming, and we got a lot of cool breakdowns that's coming. So, I'm just excited for everything that's going on in the Dallas Cowboys community, the content community. I think this has been one of the best 3 weeks for just the community that I've seen since I've been in the game. But man, I love y'all. Appreciate all of the executives. They make their voice matter in the chat. And let's just continue to be active, and let's continue to be aggressive about ideas that we think will help pull us over to a championship. Until then, it's Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matter. Let's go.
Another one. Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Run it up. Yes, I said it.
Everybody around me shooters, ain't no telling who was shooting.
Yep. Yeah. AP say whenever you was watching the interview, you was mad. Yeah, I was mad. Quit being goofy. Like y'all did Brian Broaddus like that. I want you to keep that same energy. I don't have to keep the same energy. Quit being a weirdo. I have a right to change my mind. Yes, I was mad.
Boss Cowboy Sports.
Some of y'all just goofy.
Run it up.